You didn't say anything in the moment. You let it pass, kept it smooth, didn't react, but later, you catch yourself doing something. You start explaining. You go back over what you meant, what you were trying to say, why you said it that way, and suddenly, you're saying more than you needed to, trying to make it clearer, trying to make it make sense, trying to make sure they understand you. That's the shift. Because now, it's not about the moment anymore. It's about how you were seen in that moment, and something about that doesn't sit right, so you try to fix it, not directly, but by explaining more, adding context, clarifying your tone, replaying it out loud. You're not explaining to be clear, you're explaining to correct how you think they saw you. That's why it keeps going. Because it's not really about them understanding. It's about you trying to take back control of the moment, the part where something felt off, the part where you didn't say anything. So now, you're making up for it. With words, more words than you needed. And the more you explain, the further it feels from who you actually are. Because deep down, you know something. If they understood you the first time, you wouldn't need to keep explaining. And if they didn't, explaining more won't change it the way you think it will. But still, you keep going. Because it feels like action. It feels like you're fixing something. But what you're actually doing is trying to repair how you felt in that moment. The part where you didn't step in, the part where something crossed a line and you stayed quiet. So now, you're trying to regain control after the fact. And this is where it connects. To every moment you didn't say something. To every time you let something slide. To every situation where you felt slightly off, but didn't act on it. This is the pattern, not the moment. What happens after? Next time you feel that urge to explain, pause, not to stop yourself completely, but to notice what's driving it. Ask yourself, am I explaining to be understood or to feel better about how I was seen? That changes everything, because if it's about being understood, you'll say what matters. But if it's about fixing how you felt, you'll keep going, and going, and going, until it doesn't even feel like you anymore. That's the moment to stop. Not abruptly, just enough to come back to yourself. Because once you see that clearly, you don't need to keep proving yourself the same way. You don't need to add more to feel like you were enough. You don't need to explain your way back into control. You just recognize what was driving it, and when you recognize it, it slows down. Naturally, without forcing it. You don't need more words to be understood. If this felt familiar, that means you're starting to notice something most people don't about themselves. Subscribe if you want to stay aware of it next time.